Hey, today we are doing an unboxing video. I have right here this box that came from Zero, as you can see, as is written on its box. This is a Zero product. I bought it straight from them. For those who don't know what Zero is, I imagine everybody knows what Zero is. Zero skateboards. Zero is one of the most important skateboard companies out there in modern um, street skateboarding. And they've been around since the year 2000, being established by Jamie Thomas, who is still the owner of Zero Skateboards. Back in early 2000s, Zero Skateboards used to have also a sister company called Mystery, and another sister company called Slave. Um, they were under the umbrella of Blitz Distribution at some point, likewise Baker, likewise Birdhouse, Fury Trucks, Fallen. But once Blitz Distribution closed down, all these companies took different paths. Birdhouse and Baker Distribution, Birdhouse and Baker moved to Baker Boys Distribution, which is owned by Baker basically. And Zero moved to dwindle along with all the Zero sister companies, but eventually dwindled a few years ago, closed down too. So Zero Skateboards became an independent brand, an independent company, self-produced by the man himself, Jamie Thomas. Regarding Mystery, Jamie Thomas quit Mystery and restarted by a community of skaters. Uh, these days, Mystery has nothing to do with Zero. It's not a sister company of Zero anymore. And likewise, Slave is not a sister company of Zero anymore. So that was a quick summary intro about the story of Zero. So Zero these days is an independent brand and company. Their boards are pretty good. They are usually from BBS, made in Mexico, wood shop where they take their wood from. And so anyway, I got this board because it's kind of cool. Let's open the box first, so and then talk about it. So it's something I've seen and I did the past few days, and they made only 100 copies of this board. These are a issue. It's an issue from 2002. So there you go. This is the board right here. So this is the board right here. There you go. So this is a Jamie Thomas board. Obviously, Jamie Thomas is one of my favorite skateboarders. He's a huge Christian devotee, and likewise Christian Osoy and many other skateboarders are into Christianity. And I actually really appreciate this because they always have a nice positive message to the community. And I believe Jamie Thomas, beside the fact being a great skateboarder, is also a good man. And this is the board. So basically the story of this board is that back in 2002, when the video game Tony Hawk's Pro Skater came out, there were a few boards, a playable board you could select and play with your character. And this was among the boards in the video game. This was obviously back in the early 2000, was one of the first Jamie Thomas Pro model. And that's why the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 featured this board back then. So now, just the past probably days or maybe weeks, Jamie Thomas decided to do a new run of it and do a second press reissue of the board. only 100 copies made, and you can buy them directly from their website. There are also two versions of it. There are the one with the signature, which is a little bit more expensive, and if you don't want to like an overpriced board just because of the Jimmy Thomas signature, you can buy the unsigned one, like mine, for example. They cost you like way less. And yeah, so it's kind of cool. This is a, I believe this is a Jamie Thomas face with the American flag. Most of zero boards always have the American flag featured somewhere. There's the American punk called. Jamie Thomas is also punk, right? So he's a Christian punk. He's into punk rock. He listens to a lot of old school punk rock bands. So and that's why he also puts out so many collab with punk bands, and not just punk bands but like punk, post punk, um, like the Misfits or the Dead Moon, and pretty sure other bands all over the time. Sorry if my neighbors sometimes are a little louder out there, so you probably can hear them laughing. Well, but anyway, so this is Jamie Thomas' face, and this is the American Zero is called the series. I find it like kind of cool also because the early Tony Hawk Pro Skaters games are among my favorite video games and remind me of my adolescence. And back then we used to play with those video games when there was no chance to go out and skate. So, and I remember that this board was among the ones I used to prefer when I was playing the video game. So, very cool to have the board. And also, I think the board on the Top Veneer has been upgraded. I don't know if the original one had any graphic at all, because these things of the graphics on the Top Veneer back in like 2000 or 90s, mainly they were just blank. They didn't even have color. Sometimes they had like the the blank color of the wood, like beige. So but now it's been upgraded with some writing, and is a quote from, is taken from the Bible, I guess, and it reads, "If you hold my teaching, you are really my disciples. Then you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." John 8:31. And so it's one of those speeches, quotes taken from the Bible. So as I said, Jamie Thomas is a big Christian Jesus devotee. Yeah, I also like the purple, kind of like red purple in between, almost like maroon top veneer. I always like my top veneer colorful. I don't like the red top veneer. Besides the fact that there are a lot of people who have that superstitious theory that top veneer it's bad luck, and it always cause you accidents and injuries. Um, but I like kind of like purple, like maybe yellow, orange, green. I like a little bit of color and a line that I can see the colorful line surrounding the grip tape. I also need it for my sight because sometimes I don't really have a good vision, and it helps me a lot to identify and detect the boards, and recognize the board, to differentiate the board in between the asphalt and the grip tape. Because sometimes when especially when it's dark, my vision, as I said, is not one of the best, and sometimes I can't tell which is the asphalt and which is the grip tape. But I'm not the type of person who would put any colorful grip tape anyway, so I like having the black grip tape also because I think the black grip tape is the one that grip the better. But sometimes I like having a bit of like gap. I put like maybe transparent, like clear grip tape when they're just above the top linear graphic. But for sure, I want my colorful line around the board. Yeah, okay. So this was a quick unboxing and I wanted to show you a new product. So excited to have. Also because I recently bought, and I posted on the channel about that, I recently bought also another old Jamie Thomas reissue, and this is the one with Jesus Christ church window design, and it's called Stained Glass, the series. And but I don't really, probably I don't want to use that board, so I'm on the side, probably I want to just keep that for collection. I wish I have a spare one, an extra one of that, but for sure I will skate this board, this one right here, and I don't know if I will put with this board slappy tracks or Thunder inverted kingpins, which I love too. They're so good too. At the moment, I'm having a lot of fun with inverted kingpins, and so far, the ones I enjoyed the most are, I would say, like Ace and Slappies and Thunder inverted kingpin. And I hate having to say this, but I would put like in a chart at the bottom last position in the mids. But the only reason is because I noticed that in the mids keep coming loose. But other than that, they're great too. You can fix the problem with some Loctite or super glue. I don't like having like my nut and kingpin glued together, because if I want to unscrew that, then that's the issue. You need to buy a solution that removes the glue. So anyway, the board is pretty cool, and also there are a bunch of stickers I like to show you because I like stickers. And it's this zero sticker, and there's yeah, one more, and there's this zero sticker right here. And also the board itself comes with a sticker, which is a zero sticker too, but it's a little bit different because he has a burning melting candle, wax candle melting on his head, on a skull. Right, okay, so this is it for today. This was a quick unboxing, and I wanted to share with you my new board. Right, so see you soon for the next video, maybe skateboard session or whatever. Have a good one.